When we were just starting the year, we had some plans to do some more gospel work through literature in schools. And came March, we went through a difficult time when cyclone came. So the schools were closed. We were not able to do schools, and most of the roads were damaged. So that increased the amount of work that we have to do on our program list, because we had to go to different camps and do some food distribution, but also preach the gospel. I view this to be one of the greatest opportunities that the Lord presented to us, because we've, by God's grace, been able to reach out to so many people with the gospel, thousands of people with the gospel. Unfortunately, we didn't have some literature to give out to them, but nevertheless, we were able to speak to them, and the people listened very attentively to the gospel throughout all the camps. I know there's extra work to be done now, because we are trying to help more people that have been affected, some of which are our contacts, and some have been living in the camps. But one of the greatest encouragement that I noticed is the people were so grateful that we were doing more than what we thought we were doing in the camps, because when we were bringing food, and after the program had come to an end, they came to us and say that the help that we've been giving has surpassed every other help that they received, which tells to me that we were able to make an impact to people that were devastated by the cyclone. One of the things that really encouraged me, when we first visited the Lisau camp, we saw the people there didn't have much strength, and the children were looking so malnourished. They were so thin, and you could really tell that there were some difficulties. But when we started going there and giving out food to them on, in the first place, 2 weeks basis, 2 weeks, once per 2 weeks, and then revisited the effort, and then we started giving them once per week. That made a huge difference. We could see the difference in the faces of people. And so that is also the case within Gabu camp. We visited in Gabu 2 times, and we gave them food and we gave them the gospel. They were so happy that we gave them more than what they'd received ever since they were in the camp. Despite the fact that they received food, they were so grateful to comment on the gospel. They commented that the gospel that we preached was very clear about salvation, which is something that we were encouraged. The challenges that people were facing, the challenges that people are still facing, I've noted that many people are still remembering the difficulties they went through, and some other people, because they had to be chased from the camps by the government because they were camping in schools, they have no place now to stay, and so some are still going through difficulties, and some are still going hungry after we'd stopped the program. So I wish if we could have time, if we could have resources to continue helping those that were in the camps. There are still many people who come to me and ask for help to try and maybe rebuild their house, but since we have limited resources, so we are not able to take as many people as we could manage to take. But the devastation on the ground is quite huge, and people are suffering still, and the people don't have houses to stay. My thought was for the people that were in the camps, that I was hoping the government was going to give them something when they were being chased out of the camps, but to my dismay, they were just chased out of the camps without being given not even a single coin. And so people went into the same problems, and are still going through some difficulties. So it's something that we need to pray to the Lord and see how the Lord can meet the needs of different people that are going through very, very traumatizing times and difficult times. They have nowhere to sleep, and yeah, so in short I can say like that.